The video you're about to watch is the feedback from our procurement monitors who visited primary healthcare centers in the FCT, Kaduna and Nasarawa state respectively. Now, the purpose of this visit was to monitor and report on the status of each primary healthcare center visited, ascertain if these primary healthcare centers meet the minimum standards as prescribed by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, and ultimately ensure effective service delivery and accountability in public sector services provided by the federal government. Enjoy the video.
My name is Noye. I monitored PHCs in Kaduna North and Kaduna South local government area of Kaduna State. Firstly, what I did was that to be able to penetrate, I went as a patient. So I identified myself as a patient, that I had an ailment, maybe headache or something. So they now started they treated me. Even in Kaduna North, I took a lab test there, pregnancy test, precisely. So in order to be able to get what I want. So after acting as a patient, I now went over to tell them that I'm a monitor, because I needed to get some information from them. So they now opened up and showed me the person that was in charge of the PHCs. So I was able to penetrate and to get information from them in order to help me in my work.
When I went to these places, I saw the reason why passion is needed. Because for you to embark on such trips, you need to have a heart for the people. And that's why most of these people, when they send them to these places, they don't go. They just come out and they just come back and say anything they want to say. So, but we actually went, we saw. We kept crossing rivers, no signposts. So you have to keep asking questions. And in fact, I think the government really needs to look into it. It has an asterisk. It's a crucial case.
I think the government should come to their aid, because people over there are suffering. They need many things. They need drugs. And when you get there, you see teenagers, pregnant teenagers over there. It's very common over there. So they need drugs, they need staff.
Most of them don't have light, no water, no toilet. So sometimes when you look at it, even those that are in their houses are even better than these PHCs. The houses are better than the PHCs because there's no difference between the house and the PHC.
The facilities given to me were of 3 types. Type 1, health post, type 2, health clinic, and type 3, health care centers. But the ones I saw there were health clinics and health centers. I didn't see health posts there. So, according to the requirements from the federal government, they were lacking many things. Insecurity is one of the problems over there. So in Kaduna North and Kaduna South, they have issues with security there. They have broken fences. Some of them, they need new fences, and some of them, they need the renovation of, completion of existing fences over there.
As a monitor, I noticed that most of the equipment needed for a PHC were not available. I observed that they don't have most of the drugs needed for the particular type of PHC. They don't have the equipment, most of the equipment like forceps.
First of all, the roads need to be repaired. And again, they need to provide a good vehicle for ambulance. Again, they need to provide some equipment. They need to equip the health centers. I think, and they need to provide staff quarters.
The local governments that I visited in Nasarawa State, most of them were complaining that they've not been paid for close to 10 years. And they're just working there voluntarily. And some in Kaduna State, they face the same problem. And their doctors are the ones who are removing money from their purse to buy medicines for the community dwellers.
And in Doma local government, I observed that some of the communities like Awazi, Igibi, some of them, they were ravaged with this Fulani herdsmen crisis. So some of them were totally destroyed in Dang, Okutu and others, because they are very close to the Benue state. So they are destroyed. They are like, are you coming to repair it? They give us another PHC. I told them that we want to see how we'll partner with you. So some other places, they don't have enough the equipment that they need to carry out their services. Some of them don't have enough medical personnel. Because they don't have enough medical personnel, they open like 10, 11, because they don't stay around there. They come from far. So like I went to Igibi, Abata. They were not opened as at the time I went there, because they are not there. So they need accommodation. Some of the buildings are dilapidated, worn out and all that.
The health workers have a lot of challenges. One of it is that they don't have accommodation. They came from far to their station to work. So it was a challenge to them. And some of them told me that they even trek to come to their to their station, which is a little bit also difficult to them. And also that the salary that they are paying them is nothing to write home about. So so that is why most of them, they come to work anytime they like.
Most of the PHCs I visited at Kaduna, they were operating between 7:30 in the morning till 6, just few that are 24 hours. They had ambulances, and the ones at Nasarawa, there's none with ambulance, and they're mostly on 24 hours business. And apart from that, they have drugs, that's both Kaduna and Nasarawa, but their drugs are not enough. They just have like paracetamol and all these pain relievers.
Concerning my general observation on the PHCs I monitored in Leria and Cubao, I would say that most of the so-called pharmacies, their drugs were all expired. They don't have all the essential drugs needed for them to take care of their patients. Now, just they say 30% of them has ambulances.
I recommend that the government should look into supply of drugs, equipment for the PHCs, and also they should also provide money for payment of staffs in Kaduna State and in Nasarawa State mostly. And also, there's no ambulance in any of the PHCs in Nasarawa State, so the government should also look into providing ambulances for them.
Well, like I said, they really need help. Most of them don't even have nothing. Some of them have to run these places from their own pockets just to make it going, and then somehow, I think, to create employment for themselves instead of not being idle. But those ones outside, like I said, on the road, they have enough equipment, except for the villages that don't have lights at all. But those ones that have lights, they have lights.
I recommend the government to assist the PHC in terms of good road network, good electricity supply, good potable water, and enough drugs for the community.
for watching. We do hope that this video will generate some conversation around service delivery in Nigeria. Visit our website www.procurementmonitor.org, and you can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you.